What it do, Crew Excellence? Happy New Year. Shout out to all my people who made it to 2025. I hope 2024 was a wonderful year for you. For us, over here at the Hope Institute, we had an amazing year just working on our processes and really putting out content that I hope that you enjoyed. And numbers say that, you know what I'm saying? They did pretty well. And so I just want to say thank you. We're grateful for how you engaged with us in 2024. And we're excited about some things that we got coming for you in 2025. So stay tuned, lock in with us, and just understand that we're going to be doing some special stuff here at the Hope Institute, and specifically with the Ladder Podcast. And so let me introduce myself. If this is your first time, I'm Justin Strickland, the host of the Ladder Podcast, and I am super excited to tell you that. You know what I mean? I'm just honored to be here and hang out with you. The Ladder Podcast exists because we believe everybody is a leader, and that means everybody has the capacity to grow their skills as a leader, specifically in leadership. And so that's what we do here today. We talk about leadership, and we talk about it in every aspect because we believe that if you are your best self as a leader, the world is a better place. And we don't want to limit what you're capable of doing. And so we want to expand your horizon and give you an opportunity to show up as your excellent self. And so if that's what you're here for, you are in the right spot. Now, for today's episode, it ain't gonna be too long because I think everybody's talking about it, but I just want to give my 2 cents and hopefully add something to what you already got going on. And we're gonna talk about New Year's resolutions. I think as leaders, we go into the new year with game plans. If that goes from a pastor, somebody working at a school, somebody working at managing a grocery store. Like, we all go into New Year's with new goals, benchmarks we want to hit, and things of that nature. Most people set New Year's resolutions, and I got some numbers for you because they're pretty interesting. All right. 8% of people last about a month. 22% last 2 months. Another 22% last 3 months. 13% last 4 months. Out of all the billions of New Year's resolutions, only 1% of people make it through the entire year. That is a crazy number. When you think about how many people set New Year's resolutions, how many they set, only about 1% of people make it through the entire year. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I just want to talk about us here at Crew Excellence. We're supposed to be part of that 1%. We're supposed to be part of the people who take these things seriously, who are able to plan, prioritize, and process this in a way that we are able to maintain, not motivate our ways through the year. And so I want to talk about why is that. So let's just run through those numbers again. If it's about 13, let's say 13% make it 4 months, right? That means 87% of people who set New Year's resolutions do not make it through the first quarter. They don't make it through the first quarter of the year. By March, they are done with whatever goal they thought was going to change their year. Now, that is shocking to me as someone who, I kind of do New Year's resolutions. I really just be like, man, what we working through? What am I continuing? What am I building? And I kind of try to keep my momentum. But as someone who is like very goal oriented, to hear like 87% of people set goals at the same time and fail at the same time is mind blowing. And so I asked myself, well, what is the reason why people fail? Like, why do people fail at New Year's resolutions? It's not because they're lazy. It's not because they set bad resolutions, right? Like, it's got to be some things if everybody's failing. Why are we failing, right? And so one of the things that I read was people struggle to turn their resolutions into habits. And so they have a New Year's resolution, but they don't build a process into it. And so I got a whole video about process-based goal making. I'm gonna link it in the bio. But they don't build processes into the resolutions. They have a goal, and it's just kind of whimsical. It's out there. It's almost like a story they tell, but it's not actually a part of their daily life. So example is almost everybody want to lose weight going into the new year, right? Myself included. I'm like, I gotta drop a few pounds, man. 2024, I ate a lot. And worked out not as much. And so I'm like, 2025, we need to change some things going into the new year. I want to get back where I want to be, right? And so most people would make the goal, I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to lose 50 pounds, whatever that goal is. And that's the New Year's resolution. Well, that's not functionable as a goal because how? Like, I want to lose 50 pounds. How? Eat right. nah, you ain't gonna lose at 50. All right. And so the better goal, right, if you want to be one of the top 1%, is I'm going to meal prep every Sunday. So that goal, I'm a meal prep every Sunday, will lead you to losing the 10 pounds or the 20 pounds or whatever. And it's actionable because you know on Sunday you have to meal prep. It gives you a habit. It gives you something that is cyclical that will lend to your success. You have to be able to turn this destination into a map, into a GPS, right? It does you no good to have a destination if you don't know how to get there. And so there are tons of other things we could talk about. Musicians, right? I want to put out 10 albums. How you going to do that? Right? I'm gonna make a song a day, or I'm gonna make a beat a day. I'm a collab with at least one artist a week. Like you have to build in actual processes into your daily life that trigger your brain to remind it like, hey, this goal is necessary. This goal that we put out, we can reach it, but we got to do X, Y, and Z today. And that's how you stay part of that top 1%. So hang out with me, right? We working through it. So that's one thing you got to do. Instead of just saying you want to do this, you have to talk about how you're going to do it and make sure it's something that builds into your daily life. If it's, I want to exercise more, right? I'm going to run 30 minutes a day. So now I'm going to run 30 minutes a day. Okay, when you going to do it? I'm going to run 30 minutes a day in the morning. Okay, when I first wake up. Now we have something that we can work through and you can see every day, oh, okay, I got to get up and run because I said I'm going to run 30 minutes a day in the morning. And so building these processes into your daily life are so good for you, and that's what keeps you in that top 1%, right? All right, so we can keep rolling. What's something else that people do? This is something I've been victim of, is we make too many resolutions. It's something about December 31st, and we just become super optimistic. And although we failed at every single New Year's resolution we had last year, 2024, we missed it all. And I see what people love to do is just blame the year, which is so interesting. But nah, bro, I would have been, but 2024 whooped my butt. Well, that's just not how calendars work. They don't fight. And so we blame, instead of taking the responsibility, right, and be like, nah, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I was lazy, I didn't honor my word to myself. We blame the year, and so we come into the new year like, no, but 2025, me and him gonna be friends. And so because me and 2025 friends, I'ma get it all done. And we make too many resolutions. And even the most motivated people, 2 or 3 resolutions is enough because they're going to require integration into your life, and adding too many new things just means you don't add anything. That's just how that works. And so we make 5, 6, 7 resolutions, and for a week is cool, but it's such a burden to our life that we let go of one, then we let go of another one, and then before you know it, we're in that 8%, and we only made it a month. And every single one of those 7 resolutions we wrote down on that paper, dead, done, or finito. It's over with, right? And so most studies I was researching, it's like maybe most people average motivation, one resolution from work or personal is what they can maintain. That's what can keep them in the top 1%. One goal, they fixate on it, they build it into a process, they integrate it into their daily lives, and they're able to maintain that through the entire year. Very motivated people, right? Crew excellence, shout out to y'all, can do 2 goals. 1 personal, 1 work, 2 personal, something like that. They can do 2 of them. And they can maintain that. They're able to stay in the top 1%, maintain that goal for the year. But that's usually the max. If we're getting past 2, either you're super motivated, right? Or you are irresponsibly optimistic. And as someone who is the ultimate optimist, I will say you have to rein it in. That's something I did last year. In the past, when I would do podcasts and things like this, I would try to do 3 or 4 podcasts at a time. And you go look at my channel, I'll leave it all up because I like to look back at it. It ain't hidden or nothing. It's there. And you be like, man, he did that podcast for 3 episodes, or that one for 6 episodes, that one for 15 episodes. It's because I was doing them all at the same time. And so I would do them all at the same time, and I'd be like, come on, we got to record, and then we got to record, and I got to record, and now I got to edit, and month of that, bro, I quit. The people quit. No more videos, right? No more podcasts. And so last year, I said, I'm just going to record the ladder. That's all I'm going to do. And Nate will tell you, at first I was like, hey, then maybe we can do this too. And now I'm just going to do the ladder. And we would have discussions, and even like middle of the year, and we was talking through views and stuff. Nate was like, what if you split? Nope, I can't do it. I'm just doing the ladder. That's all I'm doing because I need to focus, because I need to get through this year doing this. And now, this year, we're going to reevaluate. We're going to figure it out. We might have some different content for you. But last year, I only needed to do that one thing. And that was the first year of me podcasting. I've been podcasting for like 7 years, y'all. That was the first year where I was able to complete a full year of doing one podcast. And thanks to you guys keeping me going, commenting, sharing, liking. Shout out to all my guests who came through. They definitely would give me some energy and things like that. But it was really because I just focused. I say that to say, don't stretch yourself thin, because in stretching yourself thin, you lose focus. And I say this from experience. Focusing is something that you only have a finite amount of. And so you have to guard it with your plans. And that's one of the things you do. Don't set too many goals, all right? So how can you make it work? I'm going to give you 2 things to make it work, and I'm going to let you run off into the new year, okay? 2 things to make it work. Number 1, find the right environment. For me, the number 1 reason why the ladder still is running is because I found Nate. No question. Finding Nate, finding his studio, his work, and just finding him allowed me to do this and do what I do. If I didn't have Nate, I would have quit in April. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have been done. I'm like, I'll try again next year. I would have been done, bro. But finding Nate, finding the studio, it being located close to the crib, it limited my excuses. It made it so that I had to show up because I knew Nate had already set up everything. Nate had the camera set up, had the light set up. The mic is hot. All I have to do is get myself there, get a guest to come. And if I do those things, I can create. And so finding the right environment allowed me to be successful. You have to find the right environment. If it's losing weight, you got to find a gym. If you know going to the gym by yourself don't work, you got to find somebody to go with. If you know just going to the gym with somebody with no plan don't work, you got to get a personal trainer. If you know eating healthy ain't what you do, you might got to get a meal service. You have to find the right environment that's going to lend to your success. Okay? If you have business goals, stop hanging around them broke people, right? You got to. If you got real estate goals, hang around people who got real estate. See what they do with their daily life. See how they look at home. See how they filter through what's useful, what's not. You have to get, one thing I did last year, I hired a business coach. I got to get in an environment that's going to help me be successful. And if I'm not, then I got to reevaluate if I really want to be successful. So find the right environment. That's number 1. Number 2, and this is something that's interesting that I am 50-50 on, but hey, I'm interested to see what you guys think. And this is choose a reward. The study has shown if you have some kind of reward associated to your process, right? That if you've done this for all week, you get this. Or you've done this for a month, you get this. If you've done this for today, you get this. That tells your brain that, hey, we are doing something good. And I am not that much into rewards, honestly, outside of money. I ain't gonna hold you. You wanna put some money in my pocket, I ain't gonna tell you no. But I understand that, I was talking, it was one of the researchers said, even having a smartwatch that tells you when you hit your 10,000 steps, people that do that are way more successful than people that don't, that have the same goal. And I have a smartwatch. Once I hit my exercise goal, it vibrates. And it's something about looking at it and seeing your ring close, it be like, today was a good day. And so choosing a reward, if it's eating healthy and saying, hey, if I meal prep and I'm solid all week, I can have a cheat meal on Saturday. Or if I run every day this week, I can go get some ice cream. My wife is really good at that. My wife is amazing at putting little milestones within her goal that she celebrates often, and it keeps her going. And it's super dope. I admire her for that. And so those are two ways that you can keep going. I mean, this gonna come out on the 4th? You better not have quit already. You better not have quit already. There's some people who set a New Year's resolution and be like, I'm gonna start on Monday because it's weird to start in the middle. You better not have quit already. Hey, drop your New Year's resolutions in the comments because I'm excited about this year. I think this year is gonna be fire just because I'm very content with where I am and what I'm doing, and I find myself leveraging my focus. I find myself honing in on what I want to accomplish, and in that, I am excited about the possibilities, right? And so, hey, thank y'all this year. For last year, man, it was incredible. It really was. We dropped over 50 episodes. Shout out to Big Nate. You know what I mean? We got them done, cranked them out. Thousands of views, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. And man, I'm grateful. I'm honestly grateful. And we have some things, some goals that we want to hit, some metrics that we want to get to. But I'm so committed to this process right now that it's a matter of time. It's not about how we're going to do it. It's just about when we're going to do it. And I'm excited about that. And I'm excited for you to be on this journey with me. And until next time, man, I'm going to holler at y'all because I love y'all. And I'm privileged and honored to be your host. It's Justin Strickland. It's The Ladder. It's 2025. And I'll see y'all next week, man. Peace.